Yo, chat, we have hacked the mainframe. What is up? Yo, chat, we have hacked the mainframe. How we doing, guys? Sorry, I had to throw together some quick cinema, you know? All right, let me get us set up here. Hey, I'm Joe, for those of you who don't know, as the viewership plummets. Don't worry, Maya will be back soon. They're having lunch. I'm Joe. I'm on the board of Alveus, and I'm also a CEO in my own right for a different environmental nonprofit called Purple Martin Conservation Association. So I do have blue eyes. You're correct, Minnie Pearl. All right, let me get chat moved over here. So you guys can see. I won't make anybody cry. I promise. Did you like the transition? Cinema, baby. Professional stuff. Yeah, welcome to Joe and Tell, the bluest blue eyes I've ever seen. I got the ring light here, you know, streamy style, cinema style. We'll see. That's the first stream that I've gone live with that the audio has actually worked from the drop. I've screwed up all of my other 3 times trying to stream like a big boy streamer. We did some fundraising on our channel, but I'm not going to cross-pollinate here. Audio was working. Excellent. All right. Well, let's do some show and tell. Please scroll down. Full screen. And yo. What is up? All right, let's make me smaller. Hey, here we are. What do you think? Looking good. Show and tell time. Maya and the crew are busy, so I am sliding right in here. Yeah, soothing radio voice. I was on the radio during college. I was a radio DJ. I didn't have a cool radio DJ name. Feel free to propose a cool radio DJ name for me. But we're going to go ahead and get started with show and tell. And yeah, just a little bit of background on show and tell. If you guys are new to Alveus, it's a way for the community to share with Maya at Alveus and Alveus staff, and then just all of the rest of us on what you've done to better the world this week, basically. So, you know, has stream helped you become more environmentally conscious? Have you done something in your local nature center? You know, have you just gone for a walk out in nature and enjoyed the planet? You can share all that and then donate that time to Alveus. You just kind of say how many hours you've done, and then that goes to our grand total of what the community, the impact of the Alveus community, because I know and you guys know how amazing this community is, but big numbers really get attention. So you know what, how many hours we at now? We're at like a gajillion hours, right? Somebody look it up. I don't want to go off of full screen because I'm afraid I'm going to break something, but a lot of hours. And yeah, let's hear it for Alveus. Let's give us all just a little bit of a round of applause. Yeah. I got sound effects too, chat. Yeah. Yeah, clappy. All right, you guys all deserve a pat on the back. All right, first one here on our show and tell, or Joe and Tell 2025 trail cam clips by Ella So Funny. Is Ella in the chat? I don't know, are people usually in the chat for this? At a park near me, the cam isn't streamed, but they do post clips on their page. Feel free to click through the vid, but I highly recommend watching the whole thing. I recorded the video. The vid isn't mine. It's from the Park FB page. That whole mess. Ella's here. Hey, Ella. we're gonna watch your whole thing because I scrubbed through it and it's freaking awesome. So we're gonna go watch this trail cam near me. Ella's YouTube channel leaked. Yeah, this is amazing. Where are you at, Ella? Sorry, I missed the where you're at. Vultures. Amazing. Look at him. Coyotes. Crazy raccoon doing Lord knows what. Oh, do you hear that owl in the background? Deer and raccoon best friend duo. Raccoons not being best friends. Can you guys hear that? Do I have audio up enough? Turn it up a little bit for you. Great blue heron. Dinosaur time. Look at that little guy. Owl. That might have been the same owl. That was a barred owl. Raccoons. Post-fight. Back it up, Terry. Yeah, exactly. What? Dude, Bobcat for real? Where is this? Yeah, Joe and Tell. Dude, that's amazing. Did Ella say where this is? I don't want to go back yet. This I saw. This is crazy. What do you think this otter's carrying? Freaking dead squirrel. What? I had to look it up. I was like, it's from Allerton Park. Dude, I went to U of I. Allerton Park is incredible. Look at the deer family. We just had a sniffa. No sniffas in chat. Dude, what did that owl have in his hands? We're going back. You got a little critter. You had a little thingy. Yeah. Otters reminding everyone they're omnivores. Dude, the owl ambiance. Are you kidding me? This is fantastic. Oh, listening. Coyote. Hey, look at those things on their neck. Isn't that crazy? That the feathers are, they're just like, you know what? I'm gonna have the big crazy long feathers like that. Deer's eyebrows. Yeah, deer eyelashes. There's a possum. Oh my god, I love possums. Alright. Don't get us banned. Dude, raccoons are so funny. A little nod, yeah. What's up? What's up, bruh? Yo. Barred owl's favorite owl. My favorite owl. Because they got like all black eyes. Oh, we got a little somebody. Who is that? Coopers, maybe? Baby deer fawns. Oh my god. Yo. Okay. What was that? Are we leaking contacts from Ella? Sniffa. That was not an otter. That was a little guy. Sick parkour. Dude, so many otters. That's crazy. Oh, dude. For real? This is my big moment to stream on Alveus, and it's just poop clips. Blue Jay. You suppose those guys are friends? Awesome. You ever think it's crazy that... Do you You know, deer sometimes eat animals. There's like a lot of trail cam footage of deer eating baby birds out of nests. Dude, that was amazing. Big dubs for Ella So Funny. Oh, yeah, okay. Allerton Park. If you're ever in Champaign-Urbana, highly recommend Allerton Park. Yeah, that was an incredible. Dude, they need to put that stuff online, not just on Facebook. Visiting a local wildlife park by Chats on Adventure near Bavaria, Germany. Gave 1 hour for Earth. I recently went to. Whoa. Oh, Lord. All right, take it easy with the scroll. All right, we're doing it like that. All right. I recently went to a local wildlife park and had the best day. The enclosures are really spacious and the animals seem well taken care of. And Maya obviously got me to fall in love with the goat. What's not to fall in love with? I think something's wrong with Connor that he doesn't love goats, because everybody should love goats. Connor, if you're having lunch right now and this stream is up, get checked out, man. I'm worried about you. Also wanted to show off my cat since she is the inspiration behind my username. Chats on Adventure. Chat on Adventure. Chaton's Adventure. All right, let's see. Is that a bobcat? Is that a lynx? What is that? A ram and a ewe maybe. Freaking buffalo looking things. I don't know what would be in a zoo park in Bavaria, Germany. Fired and called out. Not a good day for Connor. Yeah, what's wrong with Connor is that he doesn't like goats. Everybody should like goats. Look at that thing. That looks like somebody glued moose antlers on like a baby deer. What the hell is that? What the heck is that? Sorry, I'm supposed to keep it wholesome. Domestic yak. Description at the bottom. Dude. Saved the day. Should I go back and see how wrong I was about the other things? The antlers look golden. So beautiful. Wild boar with a huge enclosure. Are wild boar like a cool neat thing over there? Over here, they're a bit of an issue. Thank you, everybody, for pointing out the obvious to me. European mouflon and beautiful fall foliage. Mouflon. That's cool. It's always cool when roots do that in the soil, even though that means that like it's kind of bad erosion usually. But shout out for roots. Big fan of roots. Oh my god, dude. Get that goat. You ever just think about goats and how they've got like their pupils are like crazy like that? What is that about? Are they aliens? It's like an alien thing, right? I love the roots. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Little bitty guys. I'm gonna put that goat in my pocket. I do have cute aggression that I want to put a lot of things that are cute in my mouth. But the goats I would not put in my mouth because I know kind of how dirty they are and stuff. Look at this one. Dude, look at the little freaking pursed lips. Like, unbelievable. Goat drama. Absolutely. Always. That's part of the fun. Donkey friend. That's a classic donkey right there. Classic donkey colors. Alpaca getting some scritches. Oh, he's got the brush all up and down the side there. Boom. Ural owl. That's a cool looking owl right there. Let me zoom in. Solid owl. 10 out of 10 owl. Cute piggies. Just doing what pigs do, man. Just rooting around. Pig stuff. Majestic red deer. That is a solid set of antlers right there. You guys ever think of how weird it is that some animals grow antlers, just like bones on the outside of their head that didn't fall off after a little while. It's insane, right? It's weird enough that we have teeth and we got freaking mouth bones on the outside. But antlers, for real? Get out of town. Fluffy butt chug. Butt chug. All right. We're keeping this wholesome. Fluffy butt club, not butt chug. Brahma chicken. All right. Clip that. Don't clip that. Delete. We're deleting the VOD. Maya can't find out that I said that. Look at that adorable little freaking European chicken house back there. It's like, it's got the sides that go like that first. That's the best way for the sides of a thing to go. My cat, chaton. You know what? I bet that means cat in a different language, doesn't it? What language is chaton? Does it mean cat? Somebody Google Translate. We've had Chandler do this. You're right. You're right. Oh my god. Cats are the best. My cats will probably come down here and check it out here in a minute. All right. Nicole, Arboretum and Botanical Garden Trail Walk. 2 hours for Earth. Had the day off, so I went to the local arboretum with my dog for some trail hikes. Tried to take a picture of a spider I saw that looked cool, but the lighting said no. So you get cool plant pictures. That's okay. We love cool plant pictures. Nicole, are you here? Do we know who Nicole translates to? Joe and Tell. Welcome, Sarah. Dude, I mean, have I mentioned roots are cool? Look at that. It's like the foundation of trees. They just freaking just go into the ground and hold on, but also eat. Sorry, Nicole. Didn't mean to scare you. That's awesome. That's a good little stream right there. Good buttress roots. You guys know about root buttresses? Good canopy action. They got some green leaves. Is this December? Where did she say this was? I don't think she did she? Devil's Walking Stick. Aurelia spinosa. Used by indigenous peoples to treat a variety of diseases, and the aromatic roots and fruit were likewise used by European settlers in home remedies. Today we know that the roots and leaves irritate the skin, and unripe seeds are mildly toxic. Big L for the European settlers. That's cool. Look at the thorns on this thing, dude. I can see how I got the name Devil's Walking Stick. You guys know butts. Did I really say that? No. It's cool. Some good fungus. If you see dead trees up in the air, laying down, let them be. They're important to the wildlife. This thing's full of decomposing insects, detritivores, the funguses. Have you guys ever really checked out freaking funguses, man? Pay attention out there. Don't look at your phone. Look at the ground. Look at the sky. It's incredible. Everything outside. It'll blow you away. Nice. I love a good trail that has this thing going on. You guys can see my mouse, right? This freaking arch thing that trees do. Boom. Yes, dude. There's that thing. I don't know what that thing is. It's got cool, shiny, big round leaves. What is it? Where's Lyndon at when we need her? Fungus scares me. They're smarter than I am. Yeah. Freaking slime molds, dude. What they can do. North Florida insects. I believe that Nicole is in Florida. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but let's check out these bugs. devouring grasshopper? Is that really the common name, or is that a description of what's happening? Ladybug eating. Okay, no, it's. No, wait. Something brown mantis devouring grasshopper. Oh, it's a freaking praying mantis eating a grasshopper. Ladybug eating aphids, ants. It's a freaking ant farm. Don't put that on the picture. Dung beetle, we know those well. Blue fly, tiger beetle, solid beetle. Bee in a passion flower. Monarch butterfly on some milkweed. Nice. E.O. Wilson, if you guys ever have an opportunity to read some E.O. Wilson, please do. All right, we're going to read the quote. If all mankind were to disappear tomorrow, the world would regenerate to the rich state of equilibrium that existed 10,000 years ago. If insects were to vanish, the terrestrial ecosystems would collapse into chaos. Chat, we're dealing with the insect apocalypse right now. Real talk. Stop using freaking pesticides. Stuff goes everywhere. It goes in the waterway. It kills everything. Knock it off. You don't need to kill all the bugs that are outside your house. You don't need to spray for weeds. Knock it off, man. Don't make me come find you. All right. No, so crazy, honestly. W bugs. Exactly. Yeah. Salt in the winter, certainly contributing to water issues. Yeah. It's not only bugs. Bugs are the base of the food web, man. We are standing on the foundation of bugs. Purple martins need insects. Exactly. But so do we. It's not just the animals, it's the world. Everything collapses when the bugs go. Let's not have that happen, okay? Burn my weeds instead of chemicals. Absolutely. Try not to burn your house down. Lovely fountains. Love a good fountain. Good for aeration. Some slimy stuff there. You guys ever look at pond water? Is this Maya's dad? Oh my god, dude. Alright, I get it. I got a white beard. I get it. No, I'm not. Yeah, Joe was threatening us. Yeah, don't really. Alright, yeah, that was dad energy. I apologize. What are rain gardens and why are they important? Rain gardens, very important for slowing down floodwaters, filtering runoff. If you have, is Joe our dad? Exactly. I can be, guys. I'm available for dad advice if you need some. We're not going to do it on this stream, but I heard a rumor that there was going to be a dad advice stream elsewhere. So I'm available for that for those that need dad advice. But yeah, back to rain gardens. The water that's running off our roadways, that's running off parking lots, that's running off your driveways, running off your house, got nasty stuff in it. And rain gardens are incredibly important. They filter that water. They slow the water down. They absorb the water to mitigate floods. It's just really important for us to not just have completely unmitigated, impermeable spaces like huge parking lots. You ever notice that parking lots have like trees interspersed in them and little curbs here and there? That's to slow down the rainwater. But ideally, there should be rain gardens or associated with the places where that water runs off. So even like your downspouts, you don't want that water to just go freaking ripping down there because it's going to cut into next to your foundation. You want to appropriately handle that water that's rushing off. How do you check your blinker fluid? Oh, speaking of fungus, are you kidding me, dude? Look at that. Look at what's happening. Freaking ferns growing on. I love a good fern. I love a moss. I love a lichen. We got lichens down here. Dude, how amazing. So there are people that'll walk by that and be like, gross, dead tree. It is full of magic. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever lose sight of the magic in the world, chat. Oh, this looks like a Florida trail for sure. Like I've been on trails like that in Florida. As soon as you get out there, it's freaking hot. No, thank you. Look at this. I don't know what this is, but it's cool. Dude, the Spanish moss or whatever on the trees, solid. Solid stuff. Yeah, just stuff that grows out in the wild. Yeah, lichens are ancient earth life. Exactly. Like New Volcano Island, one of the first things that really converts that into soil are lichens because they're self-sufficient. They're a fungus and an algae symbiotically together. So like the fungus kind of like encapsulates the algae. So the algae is photosynthesizing because they're plants, they're primitive plants. The fungus is keeping them moist, stabilizing the environment because algae doesn't have a thick, cell wall and structure to keep from drying out. And the fungus helps to benefit. They digest from the algae, so it's a symbiotic relationship. And yeah, just the fact that they're there establishing on new lava flows, it helps to kind of break down that lava stone structure into smaller particles, and really that's where soil comes from, right? It's rocks, smaller rocks, sand, silt, clay. Once you get to those smaller ones, that's what soil's made out of. See, guys, I can drop knowledge. Look at that. Little bitty freaking mushroom heads on there. Look at that thing. Looks like butterflies almost. Solid picture. Am I going too slow for show and tell? Is this should I start burning through these? Good dead tree. Good dead tree. All right, Nicole, thank you so much. Fantastic pictures. Yeah, you don't have to see animals. There's pictures of other stuff, dude. Plants, fungus, rocks, freaking sky, clouds, water. The world's incredible. Summer Fall Photo Dump, Part 4, The Greatest Hits by Golden Eagle. 5 hours for Earth. I see some bangers in these pictures already. My favorite photos from this summer and fall. American Robin, globular American Robin. I don't want to see more zip ties. Yeah, it was zip tie heavy earlier, right? Dude, I did not envy that metal work that they're doing. That is hard on the fingies. Look at this. This is a really good picture with the freaking depth of field. I don't know much about photography terms, but I know when it's blurry in the background, that's cool. And I know when the colors are vivid like this, that is also cool. Good depth of field. Boom. Red-bellied woodpecker. Look at him preening his wing. Or her wing. Red-bellied woodpecker. Spelling mistake. Where was the spelling mistake? Or is that an emote? I don't have what's it on this computer to see all the emotes. Yeah, red-bellied woodpecker doesn't have much of a red belly. Sometimes bird names are like that, right? Purple martin, not really purple. Red-bellied woodpecker, slightly tinged pinkish belly. Red head, but that one's taken already by the red-headed woodpecker. There's other red-headed woodpeckers as well, called other things. I don't know what they were thinking with this. Chipping sparrow on a tomato cage. Can we take a second and look at the freaking fingies on this boy? Look at that. Look at the claws sticking out. Come on. Slay, am I right? Awesome. Is it the freaking gray color? Chipping sparrows are good sparrows. Widow toves. Baltimore Oriole, solid. You don't see a lot of orange out in the bird world, or really freaking with anything, right? Out in the wild, outside of plants. Orange is there's not a lot of orange out there. Baltimore Orioles and Orchard Orioles, solid orangeness. Contrasted with the black. Hello. Halloween bird for sure. If you want Orioles, do you guys know you can put feeders out for Orioles? How'd my mani-pedi turn out? I didn't get a mani. I don't get manis because I get hangnails real bad afterwards. I get petties a lot because you got to keep these dogs looking good because I'm always in flip-flops, even in the winter. And it went wonderfully. They did a clay mask. We did the paraffin. We did, you know, the sugar scrubs. These bad boys are looking good. But this is a wholesome stream, and you're not going to see in chat. You got to pay. You got to pay a premium. That's tier 4 subs. Tier 4 subs for the foot cam. Where was I? Talking about orange birds. Oh, if you want Orioles, wiki feed score probably not real high. If you want to get Orioles, you can put a feeder out for them, or you can put out slices of oranges. They like citrus, but the secret is grape jelly. These dudes freaking love grape jelly, and there are other birds that'll come and get it too. You'll get interesting birds by putting out grape jelly that you wouldn't get with like a seed feeder. You start getting the fruit boys in, and grape jelly. I shouldn't say fruit boys. We get fruit eating birds, frugivores in, and yeah, grape jelly. You can. There's actually like little plastic feeders that you can get, and they've got like a jar that you can screw in the top, and it kind of works almost like a hummingbird feeder, but it's grape jelly. They will show up out of the blue. They love some grape jelly, especially put it out in the spring when they're migrating in. Orange birds in your backyard eating jelly, which is crazy. Japanese beetle and a daylily. Japanese beetles, lovely colors. Love a good beetle. Invasive beetles, not so much, but they're beautiful. Get 6 pair every spring. Heck yeah. Pretty warblers, dude. Warblers, crazy sauce. Yeah, you get bugs with the jelly, but you can put like a little ant moat like you would on a hummingbird feeder that the ants won't go down it through. Bee fly. I think it is a bee fly. I would say so. Characteristics of insects, chat. How many legs? How many legs does an insect have? 6, 7, no, 6. 6 legs. How many wings? How many pair of wings? They have 2 pairs of wings. Even this guy, the wings aren't always that wingy. So this guy will have little, almost like almost like a little kettle ball underneath that is like almost like a little gyroscope. So they got the big wing that they use for flying, and they got these little kind of gyroscopic dudes that's like likewise with beetles, 2 pairs of wings. Inside wings are the flyy boys. Outside wings are like the big shell ones that that they spread open when the wingies come out. Flies have 1 pair of wings and then 1 pair of, can't remember the name of the thing, but basically it's wings. In the same way that elytra, that's the shells. I can't remember the little flappy danglers that flies have. Can't remember the name. White-tailed deer enjoying a snack, dude. He is lost in the sauce. Look at this guy. That doesn't even look real. That looks like a freaking taxidermy deer somebody stuck out in the bushes. Halteres. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Same white-tailed deer, looking more composed. Exactly. He got it together. Realized the camera was there. Awesome pictures. Golden Eagle, thank you so much. Fantastic. Summer Fall Photo Dump Part 3. Wait a minute, was it? Whoa, dude. We're getting all the parts? 5 hours for Earth. Golden Eagle. We're going to go a little faster. Eastern Cottontail doing their skincare. rabbits are so cool. They're so freaking soft, dude. I know you're not supposed to touch wild animals. They're so freaking soft. Don't do it, though. Western painted turtle. What are you doing? Just in the lawn, dude. Western gray squirrel. Having a little snoozy poo. Look at it sleep. Northern cardinal. Nice. Nice. Big cardinal fan. Baseball team and the bird. House sparrow. We're going to skip right over that. House sparrows are a bit of an issue from the purple martin world and from the cavity nesting bird world. They're invasive. I respect their right to exist. But man, I wish they wouldn't have been brought over here from Europe in the late 1800s. Because they outcompete our native birds drama. Exactly. Red-winged blackbird, fantastic bird, showing off his epithets, somethings. The velvety black on red-winged blackbirds is so crazy. Like it seems like what's the paint that the Vanta black that like science YouTubers use sometimes? Epaulets. Thank you. Red-winged blackbirds are fantastic. One of the early sides of spring, along with purple martins. And that's my wife's favorite bird. Chipping sparrow. Eating a buggy. No. What is that? Dandelion seeds. Cool. White-tailed deer. Look at the lighting on this. Hello. Same pigmentation that butterflies have. It's probably a carotenoid, so it's probably the same type of pigment, the red-orange pigments. Carotenoid, same. It's just like carrots, and it's just like beta carotene, same thing. What's your favorite bird, Joe? Professionally, I'll say purple martin to continue up the lore, but personally, I'm gonna go with shoebills are solid. I'm gonna go with another weird bird called the Hoatzin. Hoatzin. It's in the Amazon. I haven't seen one when I go down there yet, but I really want to. And they are just this crazy evolutionary offshoot. They're like their own weird thing. They're basically a ruminant, which is like the horses or the cows out there. You know, the animals that eat vegetation, puke it up, chew it, and swallow it again. So they ferment their foods in their stomach. You can apparently smell them from a distance because they're kind of farty and burpy from the fermentation going on. But also, just like Stompy, they've got claws, and they actually use them. They're not vestigial as much. That's not the word. I don't know. I can't think of the word. They actually use them. So they nest over floodwaters in the Amazon, and the babies actually use the claws. If they fall out of the nest into the water, they use the claws to friggin' climb back up into the nest. So, yeah, very Archaeopteryx looking, very dinosaur looking bird. But yeah, just crazy. Just like, I love anytime there's just like a weird offshoot like that evolutionarily. So cool. All right, I bet part 2 of the dump is next. Bingo! Birds. Wait, did the other ones have themes? More birds than miscellaneous wildlife. Okay, this one just birds. Boom. Another sparrow. Anna's a ruby-throated hummingbird female. The iridescence here. See that green chat? Boom, boom. Indigo bunting. Indigo buntings are blue like you wouldn't believe it. This picture does not do it any sort of justice at all. They just attack your eyes with the blueness. It's crazy when you see one in the right lighting. But As I've said in chat before, on other things, and on stream, it's not really blue pigment like the red and orange pigment was. This is a structural coloration, meaning the molecular structure of the feathers and the arrangement of the barbules in the feathers, the individual kind of like feathery bits, the little fingers of the feather almost reflect the sun in such a way that the blue wavelength is reflected at you. Blue in nature is very rare. It's the same reason that the sky is blue behind this bird. It's the reflectance of the short wavelengths. Baltimore Oriole female. Dude, that's a good looking female bird right there. A lot of times female birds get a little bit of a short shrift. Yeah, she's got some orange going to her. You know, they don't have to just be brown. The barring on the feathers. Hello. Bald eagle on the 4th of July. That's a good shot. Blue jay. American white pelican. Those, they don't even look like they're a real thing. They look like somebody made them up. That's some dinosaur pterodactyl stuff. Common loon. Back to the chipping sparrow. Wait. That one was in there twice. Black-capped chickadee. Did you know that chickadees, by the number of dee-dee-dee-dee-dees on the end of their call, so they go chickadee-dee-dee, the number of D's that they throw on the end is how big of a threat that they're warning other birds about. Count the D's, everybody. Barn swallow. We're getting closer to purple martin. Barn swallows are really cool. You can see the forks of its feather there. Eastern kingbird, also very cool. Downy woodpecker has some red on its head. Not a red-headed woodpecker. New show and tell host. Yeah, it's Joe and Tell. Don't get it twisted. American goldfinch. This is my spark bird. Anybody who's into birds usually has a story of a spark bird. It was like the first bird that caught their eye that got them interested in birds. It could be something really basic. It can be a house sparrow. I'll allow it. No Joe command yet. I think there's a Joe question mark command, isn't there, or something? Yeah. American goldfinch, fantastic bird. American robin, chilling in the stream. Red start, fantastic bird. Fantastic bird. Can it be a bird you saw on Wikipedia? Why not, dude? Why not? Just what bird got you interested? It can be not in real life. Red-winged blackbirds and she got picked by one. That'll happen. All right. I bet we're on to the last one here. Summer fall photo dump part 1 bug propaganda. Spent a lot of hours out with my camera with some of the fall. I haven't had time to share. I learned my bug ID skills. Definitely need some work, but got as close as I could. Box elder bug. So you can see the mouth parts here. Piercing, sucking mouth parts, which are the one of the hallmarks of a hemipteran or a true bug. Box elder bugs, you'll see them. They're kind of orange and black across their back. Northern crescent butterfly. I am not gonna be able to tell you if that's correct or not, but I can tell you the difference that usually you can tell between a butterfly and a moth. It's not one's in the day and one's in the night, because there are moths out in the day and there are butterflies out at night. But at the antennas are all fuzzy, probably a moth. And if they got like little knobs at the end, it's probably a butterfly. That's a good way to tell. Red Admiral butterfly. Nice. On some yellow coneflower. Beautiful picture. Bumblebee and friend. Look at this little dude. Sorry to... I mean, all right. Beautiful picture of this bumblebee. Love it. Who's this little guy? Little character down here. This little character. Harvestman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Short a leg. That'll happen. That'll happen. Harvestman, not a spider. I'm sure you guys have learned that on stream before, though. Opiliones. 7-spotted lady beetle. On maybe a yarrow. White margin burrower bug. Don't know this guy. Pretty cool looking, though. I like a little tank. Japanese beetle waving to chat. What is up? Orange meadowhawk. Dragonfly, damselfly, difference. Dragonfly's wings are out to the side. Damselfly's wings are folded in their back. There's always exceptions. But if you want to regurgitate that fact, it'll make you sound smart. Fly of some sort. I am not going to be able to help with that, but yes. Blue Dasher. Just in time for Christmas on Dasher. Yeah, so is this a dragonfly or damselfly? Dragonfly. Flower fly of some sort. Yep. And faking like it's a bee. Yeah. Mimicry. For safety. Cabbage white butterfly. Flesh fly. Awesome. On a daisy. That's a daisy. That's a beautiful picture. I bet it's got a nasty old flesh fly in it. Sorry, not a fly lover. Mimicry is very cool in bugs. Difference between a dasher and a darter, I don't know. I think it's more nomenclature and less actual kind of, I don't know. It's kind of like purple martins or swallows. But there's not really a difference. It's just some of them got named one way, some of them got named the other. Tree ornaments and Alveus wrapped by Olivia. First post. I like to support zoos and national parks through their gift shops. Tree ornaments and are the perfect souvenir. Also, I'm a college student studying marketing. I made Alveus wrapped inspired by Spotify. It's a fun project to show the sanctuary's impact this year. Olivia Cozy Sheba, are you in chat? Boom. Here is wait, what's number 1? Oh wait. Oh, sick. You streamed, we counted. This is so cute. Road repair, definitely. Raise over 1.5 million, top fundraiser. Top clips. Dude, that's awesome. Olivia. So good. Dude, that's crazy. Very cool. Here's the gift shop merch. Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Ornament 2018. Cool painting of a bear and Omaha Zoo and Aquarium with the little guys. Whatever these guys are. Omaha Zoo. Oh, this is Yellowstone. Awesome. Yeah, anytime I'm at somewhere with a gift shop, always coming out with some little stuff. You know I got to have some little stuff. Little ornament. You got to get a magnet, dude. How else are you going to know where you've been if you don't have the magnet? Cool. Great job, Olivia Cozy Sheba. 2-week trip to Vancouver Island, Hammy Dan, near British Columbia, Canada. 20 hours. Visit my grandmother in Victoria, where he did a bunch of cool stuff. Not so fast. There we go. Caught the end of salmon run at the Goldstream River. These guys didn't make it. Maybe they did. Maybe they spawned and then, you know, not too much to do after that. Now, this little guy, don't know what that is, but it's probably eating that dead bird. Yeah, definitely the end of the salmon run. This is where you live. Ooh. Walked around the city's coast through Beacon Hill Park. Peacock, peahen, squirrel that is sturdy. This is a solid trail right here. Look at this. Freaking tree over the top. I bet that's amazing when it's all leafed out. Lots of driftwood. Nice. Beacon Hill Park. Yeah, he's squared up, dude. This is North Island Wildlife Recovery Center, specializes in birds of prey and bears. The two barred owls were called One Eye and Igon. Rude. Nice. Dude, speaking of evolutionary offshoots, barn owls are like in their own thing. They're some weird dudes. Barred owl, my favorite. Great horned owl. Bald eagle. Are you guys excited for birds of prey at Alveus? I'm psyched. Also some turkey vultures. This bear was an ambassador, but they also had some bear cubs. Couldn't see them because they were getting for big winter sleep. And bald eagles, which are release candidates. Nice, release candidate. Congratulations, dude. Turkey vulture, peregrine falcon. Just a bear with its claw hanging on there. They're about to hibernate. I got you. Chances are this bald eagle was in was not ready to be released yet because of lead poisoning, which is a lot of the bald eagles that end up in rehab are lead poisoning from lead shot, and they're scavenging on animals that have been killed by shotguns with lead shot. Very bad. Went whale watching, saw wild eagles, sea lions, a pod of orcas, which was 2 sisters and their 4 daughters. Wow. Dude, sea lions, crazy. I went on vacation and did a sea lion encounter kind of thing at a zoo, where like you get in the pool and a sea lion comes out. Dude, they're huge. It doesn't look big here, but like they're the size of a car, and it just freaking like comes past you and like slides. You just get blasted out of the way. It's insane. Sea lions are crazy. I used to think they were like seal size, but they're insane. Hi chat, I'm back. Who's back? Congratulations on your exam, turtles. I've never seen a whale in the wild. I want to, but I also get motion sick really easy and seasick, so I don't know. There's a tension there. This is a temperate rainforest where some of the oldest trees are 800 years old. Bottom left picture. The burn scars at the bottom of a tree are from wildfire 350 years ago. Dude, that's insane. Look at this. What is going on here? This is some Stranger Things stuff right there. Making that reference, I don't really enjoy Stranger Things that much, but I feel like there was at least one episode where they went into a tree. Like, yeah, Yannick tree. It's old as Joe. Mods. Ban that mod. Unbelievable. The disrespect. Awesome, Hammy Dan. Very cool. I only went out to Vancouver once. I was so excited to like do some nature sightseeing and stuff. I was there for a conference, and it was during wildfires, and you couldn't even see across the bay. It was just smoke everywhere. I'm like, oh well, guess I'll just go eat it. Go get poutine at a restaurant or something. Christmas Stroll by Amy London Brawley. 1 hour for Earth. Went to my local Christmas stroll, and they had a cool mobile refill market. Of course, Camden attracted all the attention. Yeah, well, Camden is attracting my attention right now, too. Because Camden is freaking beautiful. Is this Amy? This is Amy holding Camden. What a great name for a cat, too. Do I have any cats in here right now? Oh, I do have a cat. Did you guys see her? She's sleeping on that futon back there. That's Topanga. Camden is beautiful. Christmas stroll. I'm assuming it's like a crafts fair kind of thing. Dude, what a cutie. Reduce, refill, rethink. Nice. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your walk. Always beautiful to get outside. No outdoor cats unless they're on a leash, dude. I love that your cat gets to enjoy the outdoors, but you're doing it responsibly. That's the way to do it. Cats are a huge problem in nature. My cats are indoors, but they do have a catio on the back porch. All right. First post by Kaylee near Kansas City, Kansas, United States. First submissions. This is kind of hodgepodge of pictures I've taken over the last few months. Once the weather's nicer again, I'll have a lot of animal and insect friends to share. Oliver watching the marms. Hi, Oliver. So cute. I hope you keep that up on a second screen for Oliver to watch. Alveus should always be up for you guys. Spider I found outside my mom's garage. I had to convince her not to kill. Congratulations on teaching her not to kill. I mean, it's just doing its own thing, and it's keeping the bugs out of your face. So, I got spider webs all over the outside of my house. Squirrel is unfortunately very much dependent on human feeding. I was laughing at the pose he's in, but yeah, no, that's not great. Don't feed wildlife. Except I was talking about feeding birds. Birds are different. From a feeder. Don't hand feed wildlife. You can use a feeder. Elephants were pushing their trunks together and playing around. Bros being bros, dude. You never just push your trunks together? Wholesome. Talking about elephant trunks. Hippo sleeping at the Animal Kingdom Safari. Look at those freaking pink boys. My favorite thing when I was at San Diego Zoo with the Alveus squad was the hippopotamus tank where you could like go like and be under the edge of the water, and you could just see how like dainty the underwater footage of hippos just like, I mean, they're so freaking dainty in how they move around in the water. I don't even know how else to explain it, but just like you know, they're completely neutrally buoyant, and they're just these big dudes just cruising. Awesome. Kaylee, great first post. Sorry it wasn't Maya to give you that comment, but I loved it. Chat loved it. And congratulations on being on the first Joe and Tell. Advent Calendar Pal by Nishira. Bought an advent calendar of 3D printed dinos dragons for my 6-year-old, and they accidentally sent me someone else's order, which means I get my own calendar. This guy was one of my pulls. I promptly named him Timber. Son pulled a dino a couple days later and named him Stompy. Awesome. Stompy is definitely a dinosaur. And Timber. That's cool. It's neat how many, all the different kind of advent calendars they got these days, man. Back in my day, it was just chocolate. I don't know, I've got a hot sauce advent calendar upstairs that I haven't cracked into yet. We usually wait until like Christmas and just freaking mog out on all of every day. Just open them all up. Just rip the cover off like absolute animals. Hike to 70s plane Hike to 70s plane crash by Will, Moreton Bay, Queensland, Australia. Plane crashed on Mount Glorious in 1977 following bad weather. There's now an unofficial but marked, because people keep getting lost, trail leading to the plane crash. The hike goes through subtropical rainforest and takes only a couple hours. 4 hours for Earth. A land mullet, Australia's largest species of skink. I'm assuming that is the common name, and it's a very Aussie name, right? They're big on mullets down there. Toaster strudel cousin. It's a good looking skink right there. Friend we found along the way, tiger snake, highly venomous. Classic Australia. You see the head anywhere? Somewhere in there. Is it peeking out? I don't know. Leave them alone, folks. More rainforest. Cool. That's good rainforest right there. Another more clear section of the hike. Nice. Cyclone Alfred knocked over many trees, causing the entire eastern side of the mountain to be closed temporarily. This big tree right there. I love a tree crossing. Big fan. Big fan of going across a tree. The only clear bit of track, the rest was narrow and obscured. Nice. It's always fun when you come to a nice clearing like that. The Piper Comanche plane. Oof. Let's say 1970s. So this happened. I hope everybody was okay, but it looks pretty rough, huh? Land mullet seems to be the most accepted common name. Bellatorius major. Cool. San Diego Zoo. Caden. KZ Riff. 6 hours worth. Was dragged back to SoCal for fall break. Made my mom take me to the zoo as compensation. I feel like that's a good compensation. A zoo and a donk. Friends. A zebra and a donk. Not a zoo and a donk. Using a hay bag just like at Alveus. Fuzzy friend. Look at that. That's a good looking tarantula right there. Cool. Hank's cousin, I think. Millipedes. Mom really liked them. Whoa. Crazy looking katydids. They're freaking red on these things. Is that for real? That's awesome. I like them too. Your mom's got good taste in bugs. My new wallpaper. Look at this. Albino something. Nice. Oops. Where were we? Poison dart frog. California condor. Nice. Evil bird with glass wall. I remember seeing this bird. I don't remember what it was. It was some kind of a hornbill. Erythrism katydid's pretty common in them. I think Chandler really liked this bird when he saw it at the zoo. Oh, this is what I was talking about right here. This is my favorite part of the San Diego Zoo. Dude, imagine if I was in the background of this picture. Tropical pitcher plant. Love a good carnivorous plant. Shout out to the carnivorous plant ambassadors. Capybaras, well-mannered guys. Giraffe. Cute koalas. Souvenir shirt. Nice. That is a solid gorilla shirt. I got a capybara shirt when I was there. Actually, was that at the zoo? No, that was at the safari park. Awesome. Puerto Rican Wildlife by Emily. 3 Hours for Earth. I haven't posted in a while, but this summer I went to Puerto Rico and even got to go to the El Yunque rainforest. Here are some pics of the wildlife I took. Pearly-eyed thrasher. That is a good-looking pearly-eyed thrasher. Another cat. Beautiful kitty. Hopefully it was indoors. Brown pelican. Killdeer. Classic. Common gallinule. Nice. That's a good bird. Caribbean Martin. Hello! We've reached the Martin section of Joe and Tell. This is a cousin to the purple martin. Also the same genus, Progne. And this is a male. So instead of being all purple or all iridescent blue like the purple martin, these guys are part of the group of species that has a white belly. Do they martin? Or do they martin? Do they migrate? We're not sure where these guys go, actually. There was this one. One of my collaborators, actually it was, so there are Caribbean martins and Cuban martins that are both down in the Caribbean. We don't know if the Cuban ones migrate, but I think we do know. We've tracked one Caribbean martin, and I'm using the royal we because my collaborator is the one that did it, from University of Manitoba. He had some tags and he put them out on Caribbean martins, and sure enough, it migrated to South America and just a different part of Brazil. So very, very cool to see a Caribbean martin. Kestrel. Excited. This is my favorite bird, and there's a pair who nested in the palm tree. Awesome. Kestrels are so cool. Least tern. In my heart. The most tern. Terns are cool. They're kind of like seagulls. They're in the same kind of thing, but a little more aerodynamic looking, almost. Yeah, exactly. Atrox. Yeah, it's just like up until then, we didn't know where that bird went. Caribbean martins, they're there, then they're not. Where are they going? Don't know until you look. Green iguana, sadly, they are invasive. Yeah. Yeah, very dinosaur, very invasive. Yeah, Sydney. Maya is having lunch, and it's Joe and Tell coming to you live from Pennsylvania, where it's nasty. We got a winter storm coming in. Cat inside a restaurant. Good. Keep it there. Yellow crowned night heron. That's a good heron. We have those in North America as well. I guess this is North America, but on mainland North America. Herons are really cool. Another dog, but this time he lived right outside the rainforest. Muscovy duck. Yeah, these ducks are insane looking. They've gotten really popular. I think maybe they're from Russia or something. Yeah, it looks like something's wrong with it, right? No, that's just what they look like. Chicken. Magnificent frigate bird. This is a good bird. Yeah, just the freaking outline they have in the sky when they're flying is amazing. They have these big red dewlaps pouches that they have under their chin. It's amazing. It might be a female. I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like a boomerang. Yeah, it looks like if you were in a rush to draw a bird, and you just kind of did zigzag lines. Super fast. I'm assuming they're pretty fast. They tuck and dive, if I recall. Wild dog. Look at him smiling. Good Poochie. Hopefully he's not up to no good. Awesome, Emily. Thank you. Bugs in My Backyard Week by Jaden, Strawberry Quartz in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Last month was the first annual Bugs in My Backyard Week. The idea was to get a snapshot of spring invert diversity in Australia since it didn't exist. There were over 40,000 observations from 5,001 people, with 5,137 species seen. I had 143 observations of 65 species, so here are some of my faves. Amazing, Jaden. Dude, citizen science like this is so important. Like, there are researchers that have wanted to know the answers to, you know, the biodiversity in Australia, insect biodiversity in Australia, and they just don't have the funding. Cat. Sorry, distracted. Indoor cat. Come here, baby. Come on. Cat. Is this Topanga chat? Say hi. Oh, stop licking. Stop licking. She's a sweetie. Sorry, cat break. That was Topanga. She was done with her nap. I have 2 other cats, but you might not see them. She's a sweetie. What was I saying? Citizen science, incredibly important. Because it really helps researchers answer questions that they couldn't get the funding to answer otherwise. You know, you're not going to write a grant to get funding to have somebody go sample insects all across Australia, but you can ask people to go out in their backyard and take pictures of bugs. And it's really, really powerful tool for researchers. So if you see any opportunities to do citizen science, it's just a game changer for researchers. Small transverse ladybird beetle. Nice. Gray striped bark jumper. This guy was so cute. I have a 2-minute video of him just looking around. Dude, the personalities on jumping spiders is so fun. Elm leaf beetle. Good looking bird, beetle right there. Wolf spider mama to be. Look, she's carrying around her egg sac. Wolf spiders do that. And then, I don't know if they all do, but some of them carry all their babies on their backs. Any places to sign up for citizen science things like that? There's a website. Oh Lord, what is it called? Pretend like you guys aren't seeing my recommendations on YouTube. All right, is it just citizenscience.org? Might be. No. Maybe? I don't know. Looks like they've changed it. I can't remember. There's one. I'll put it in chat later if I can remember what it is. We've lost where we were now. Where were we? Christmas stroll. We did what? Did that. We did that. Did the crash. We did the zoo. Puerto Rico. Bugs in backyard. Get chat back up here. And we were looking at this. Grass lynx spider. Face remind me of a Minecraft ghast low key. Okay, I could see that. Solitary wasp, likely Python species. Portuguese millipede. Yeah, that's right. We're going to be doing citizen science at Alveus once we get the pollinator garden up and running. Plant hopper, possibly Siphonta. Leaf hoppers are cool. Helpus species, a common jumping spider here. Look at that cute little face. Look at the eyes. It's all about the eyes, right? That's why anime eyes are big and dark like that, because it's something instinctual in us. We think it's cute. Ichnemonid wasp. Again, not sure of a species genus. That's a cool looking wasp right there. It's got a lot going on. Garden snail. Look at the eyes. Oh my god. No way. Long-legged fly, I think. Not sure of the species genus. Well, I certainly got the description right, at least. That is a long-legged fly. Common peacock spider. So excited to find him since I've never seen one IRL before. Look at this. Hello. That's amazing. He's got like a little freaking little hair too. Yeah, he's got blonde hair. That's a cool spider. Are these the ones that freaking put their yeah, they do the dance, right? Flick beetle. Flick beetle. Harlequin bug. Nice. Net-winged beetles. Possibly porostoma. Awesome. Jaden, strawberry quartz, that was great. And good job participating in that citizen science project. That's so cool. Really, really helpful for whatever researchers are involved. Coolest handshake by Maria near LA. I was in the parking lot preparing to head to the gym when I stopped and heard an eagle. As I scanned the area, I recalled that the noise originates from a red-tailed hawk. Exactly. Thanks to the enlightening content provided by Adapt and Maya. Please watch until the end for a cool handshake. Exactly. The movie eagle sound are actually red-tailed hawk sounds. Whoa, sick. That's cool. Very cool. We're still going. I watched an hour-long podcast. We're almost over. We're almost done. Sorry, this is a yapathon a little bit here, so my apologies, guys. Be gentle. What is going on? Oh, okay. Sunset Crows playing flag football in the moon by Sage Garden. Sunset crows playing flag football on the moon. The crows around the coast like to surf the wind on the cliffs, and they use trash that they got from trash cans to play their own form of flag football. They're a lot of fun. Mixed feelings on them playing with garbage, obviously. Sunset off the coast of Los Angeles. That's a cool sunset right there. Look at this cloud layer down here. It's like a tsunami coming or something. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, you're lucky to have caught me and still had me talking. Looking for the right trash to play with. That's a good picture of that crow. Look at this guy. This is what a crow looks like when it's fully feathered. The players. The games have started. The chase starts. That's cool. I love it when there's pictures and you can see the wingtips coming up like that. I always think that's neat. They're chasing. Chasing. Dive bombing barrel rolls. It's crazy. Has the object. The chase. Whoosh. Found it. The winner. These are great pictures. Hello, Moon. Very cool. Very interesting how they're turning into a game like that. Yeah. Very cool. Very, very cool. Hey, what's up, Merger? The cost you your fantasy game this week? Look at this picture of the moon, though. Dude. Is this with your phone? Very cool. Very cool. Sage Garden, thank you. Cockroach speech by Jeremiah. Hello, today I gave a speech about the importance of cockroaches at my university. I've always found Madagascar hissing cockroaches adorable, so I thought I'd share my love for them. These pics are my presentation. Awesome. Congratulations on giving a speech about cockroaches. Are we starting at the back end of it here, maybe? All right, I'm going to go fast. I'm not going to read these, but these are very cool. Bread microbes, fungal dispersal. Yes. Food source. Snack time, dude. Resilience. Yes, they do reproduce at a fast rate. Recycling. Look at this. Good picture. Decomposition, nutrient release acceleration, soil fertility. Cockroaches are important. One of nature's best recyclers. Give this speech to Amanda on 12/29. Kissing Wookiees. It'll be the last one from last week. Okay, I'll see if I can find it. Ecosystems Janitor by Jeremiah. All right, we did that whole presentation backwards, so I apologize, Jeremiah. But that's really cool. It's awesome when people give a voice and advocate for animals that don't usually have somebody advocating for them. So just like Maya and her bugs, it's like Alveus, just like me with the random bird species that half people haven't ever heard of. You know, every species deserves to have somebody advocating for its survival. It's a sad state of affairs that we have to be in that spot in the world where we have to, but it's, you know, at least there are people that care, that are out there, and that do fight for the voiceless. Farm pics and bonus fan art by Shrimp Suru. Some of the many photos I've taken at the farm I volunteer at, and some South Africa fan art I doodled up a bit after last stream. Beers are hard to draw. LOL. Love your local unloved creature today. Exactly. Did I mention that I like funguses? Fungi. Soaked despite having a shelter they could use. Look at these like Shetland ponies or something. Spiky guy. Yeah, some kind of a sawfly or something. Caterpillar. Not sawfly. What am I thinking? Dude, this is kind of a crazy angle. What is going on? Is this upside down? Is something hanging from the ceiling? What's going on here? What's happening? Where am I? Oh my god, look at that kitty. Yes, I hear you, kitty. Sorry. The cat meowed when I said that. Mold on the ceiling. Yeah. Tilly the farm dog, the silliest girl. Definitely silly dog. Is that the tail wagging back there? What is the growth off the side of this dog? That's a big Is that a potbelly pig with some ducks behind it? Hey yo, stop me out. Big garden spider, big orb weaver. Nice. I can't remember the name of these things that they put in there, but at one point in my life I knew the name of that. Yeah, that's a good spider. Little tree frog, some sort. Her name is Zara. She was adopted a while ago. She came in with a broken hip and tail, but recovered well. She was a crazy gal. Yeah, I can see that. Cat's got crazy going on. Oh, this is the fan art of the Africa stream. Nice. The big moment there at the end with the cheers. Nice. And then this was like one of the first things that happened, right? With the millipede. Awesome. Very cool, Shrimp. Awesome. All right. Last one, and then we'll go and find the one that was missed last week. Sound good? Some friends have met. Some friends I have met, I'm guessing. By Max near Vancouver. Some friends I met on my hikes and around the house, along with Stompy's cousin that I met in Kelowna. Look at this. Dude, what is this pose? This is like... Hello, what are you doing? You look cool, man. Very cool. The aura emanating from this photo right now. The sunglasses, the wind in the hair, the emu, the Crocs. Jeez. Take it easy, man. My wife's on this app. Almost flew into my coffee maker, but he's chill. That is a crazy looking moth butterfly thing. Cool spider. I like this spider. Did you guys know that spiders move their legs through hydraulics? It's not like muscles and tendons. Did you know that? Has Maya ever talked about that? That's why when they die, their legs curl up because the hydraulic pump isn't on anymore. Yeah, so it's like by pushing fluid around, that's how they move. They're straighten out and bend their legs. Kind of neat, huh? Yeah, hydraulics is like how the digger and stuff out in the Fox with the Fox construction, how it moves, right? It's like pushing fluid into a cylinder that expands, right, like a syringe almost, and then it stretches out the arm, and that's kind of what happens with spiders. Nice little butterfly there. That's cool. Look at the scalloping on those wings. That's really neat. Also, shout out to when galvanized metal looks like that. Thumbs up. Look at this guy. He's a blurry guy, but I don't know what he is, but he's cool. No clue. I don't know how big that is. I don't have a frame reference. Spiders are more like Kitty than I am. Yeah, pretty much. Invasive but cute. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of invasive turtles. What in the world is this? Is this an alien? Did you throw some dirt and a bug in the air? What am I looking at? Are you in chat, Max? Are you trolling us? Oh, it looks like a mite. I don't know what's going on. I want to believe. Oh, was that a spider in a web up in the air? I don't know. Like a found footage show and tell here for the last one. Nice spider there. Looks like a Grunge album cover. Exactly. Loving family on a swim. Canada geese, not Canadian geese. Canada geese. Is this the babies in here? These little weird abstract things that are going on. Lorp is out there somewhere. Ooh, Moody. What is this? This is the style on this. Started off with you aura farming, and then now we're on to your moody bird pics and throwing spiders in the air. I like it. That's cool. Great blue heron, probably, right? A fly on a leaf. Aura farming. Yeah, we called it. Nice. Dude, are you kidding me with the sitting on the Charlie Brown Christmas tree there? Was this just on a hike or was this at a zoo? What was? I like the style on all this. Bumblebee on a flower. More fungi. What a fun guy. I get it. I see what you did there. Even the deer are moody. What is going on? Is that just that's just the vibes in Vancouver, huh? Nice. Very cool, Max. I like the style. All right. Is this the one that I'm looking for? I don't even remember who it was in chat that was saying that theirs was not done last week. There's one more before mine. Kissing Wookiees. Next one. Oh, there you are. Trip to the American Museum of Natural History by Casey Kissing Wookiees. While in New York for Thanksgiving, I got to take a trip to the American National History Museum. Natural or national? As a bit of a taxidermy enthusiast myself, getting to see some of Carl Ackley's dioramas in person was a dream, and there simply weren't enough hours in the day to explore the entire museum in full. Cool. Oh, there's one before yours, so this one too? Nutrient. I don't know what before is. All right, we're gonna do this one. Somebody tell me if I need to do another one. No, up. Okay. Before meaning after. Saber-tooth skull. Nashville Predators. Yuck. Hall of Biodiversity. That is cool. Very cool. Dude, amazing. Look at this. This is sick. Love that it's just like the whole everything. We got the butterflies, we got the insects, we got the shells over here, all the mollusks. We got the crustaceans, mammals, birds, lizards, turtles, mammals. Sick. That is really cool. I would spend a lot of time looking at that. Am I tripping or does Maya have a vlog here? I don't know. Nice. What is this, Mia? Very cool. Look at that. Look at that. Again, they're on this one, dude. What do we got here? Oh, copies? Is that what these guys are? Can't remember. Taxidermy is really important for taxonomy and cataloging species. Historically, we definitely try to do it a little more ethically these days, though. Yeah. And museum collections are really, really, really important. I'm doing a couple of different research projects right now that involve looking at museum specimens of purple martins from the last 200 years to see how they've changed over time, over climate change, to look at the pollution as it changes in their feathers through that time. So yeah, it's really important to document these things throughout time, and shout out to those early naturalists who recognized the need for that, even if some of that was probably, they had mixed motivations for it, I'm sure, but very cool. Dude, for a second I forgot that this was taxidermy. I thought that we were back in a zoo. That's really good. Secretary Bird. We got what is this guy called? I can't remember. I'll think of it as soon as I stop streaming. But that's Hoopo, something like that. And then these other guys that I don't know the name of. Lions. Hoopo. How do you say it? Hoopo. These dudes. This is some good looking guys. This is incredible. Where is this? You put National History Museum, but did you mean Natural History Museum? I don't know. I've got to go there before it gets friggin' bulldozed, probably. Be cool, Joe. Giraffes. Look at this, dude. Sick. I'm glad you had us go back and look at this. Condors. These guys. Natural history. Yeah. Which rhino is this, guys? I didn't pay enough attention on my streams. The black that has like the straight across the front, or are these like? Is this something else? Are these like some prehistoric thing or something? It was in Night in Museum. Nice. Dude, these are amazing. Yo. Nice. Great planetarium and gemstone collection too. Dude, I love the gemstone collection. That's my favorite part of any museum. Going in there and just like imagining if I had a room like that in my house. There's delight in the hardy life of the open. There are no words that can tell the hidden spirit of the wilderness, that can reveal its mystery, its melancholy, and its charm. The nation behaves well if it treats the natural resources as assets which it must turn over to the next generation, increased and not impaired in value. Conservation means development as much as it does protection. Teddy Roosevelt. That is something that we should remember these days. There's room for development and protection, and we forget about the protection part. Feels very apt for this day and age. Did I just say exactly what you typed? I thought I was being all philosophical. I should just read your comment. Sorry for stealing your thunder, kissing Wookiees. All right, so I'll do this one and then we'll be done. And you guys can stop listening to me. Volunteering at local Audubon Sanctuary by Jalen CZ near California, United States. I've volunteered at Bobolane Audubon Sanctuary in California between Yuba City and Sacramento for 4 hours. It was great to meet a couple of other volunteers and maintain the trails with them. I didn't want to take pictures while working there, but these are some pictures from another visit there. Nice. I don't really know West Coast birds very well, so I'm not going to be very helpful with this. But that's a good little green bird. Look at this guy. What a cutie. I don't know. Somebody who knows these birds, type in what these birds are. Otters. We've been otter heavy. I feel like we've had a lot of otters, have we not? We started with otters and we've ended. It was an otter sandwich, you guys. We'll always remember the first Joe and Tell as having an otter sandwich. Never forget that, guys. That's something that no one will ever take away from us. River otters, they noticed me. Look at these guys. They're so smart. We went full otter. Boom. Downy, you're a hairy woodpecker, probably. Unless there's something else out on the West Coast. Kinglet shape. Yeah, some kind of a kinglet, I'm imagining. Out of focus. Oops. Egret. Nice. Thank you, Jalen. Sorry you got missed last week. Thank goodness the daily dose of toes is here. Right as I finish up. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here for Joe and Tell. I'm assuming that somebody who knows how to do something will be sending it back to our hard workers. That was fun. If you guys want, follow and sub to Purple Martin Conservation Association. Purple Martin Conservation. Can somebody shout it out in chat? And I owe you guys a reward stream soon from the fundraiser that we did. So we're going to be meeting the rest of my cats. We're going to be taking a tour of my retro video game area. We're going to be doing dad advice. We're going to be doing what else are we going to be doing? Nature documentary. We're going to watch a nature documentary, and I'm going to do a tier list of the Alveus ambassadors, no holds barred. So, I don't know. Make sure you're following PMCA. It might be like Sunday or Monday. I'm not sure. Cool. Did somebody call up the regular cams? I don't know how to do anything, and apparently I don't have permissions to do it anyway. So notifications are off. Patchy better be S tier. All right, I'll take that in notice. Give us Joe and Tell more often. You'll have to request. I mean, this was a special. I had some time, and I need to call him. Okay, I'll call him. You know, I offered my services because it seemed like they wanted to get this done, but they were all busy. It's better than. Hey, you're on stream. I am done. So if somebody wants to switch it back over, I don't have permissions.
Okay, let me find the space. Alright, I will.
All right.
Let him know.
Cool, dude. Yeah, I'll miss you when you're fired.
Thank you.
Take care.
Miss you already.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Space. Chat offered you service. Yeah, really. I mean, yeah, I was voluntold, but I'm more than happy to do it. It was fun. I like playing with chat. I had a lot of fun when we did. Did somebody hit it? Did space hit it? I missed it. Everybody's saluting.